Good day, viewers and listeners. Welcome once again to Salida TeleRadyo of La Filipina National High School. I am your teacher host, Teacher Carl Marie Joyce Bandoy. This day, you will learn many things about angle of depressions, lesson in Mathematics 9, Quarter 4, Module 3. Are you all ready to learn? Let's give the floor to our teacher broadcaster, Teacher Marcela Asayas.
Good afternoon, viewers and listeners. I am your teacher broadcaster, Ma'am Marcela II Perocho Asayas, also known as Ma'am Lycee of La Filipina National High School. Today, we will learn about angle of depression and how to solve problems involving right triangles. Prepare your paper, pen, Math 9 module, and calculator. Let us start our lesson proper. For today's lesson, we will be dealing with angle of depression, Math 9 lesson, Module 3 in 4th quarter. At the end of the lesson, you will be expected to identify angle of depression, illustrate examples of angle of depression, and solve problems involving angle of depression. Let's review about SOHCAHTOA before we discuss our lesson. SOHCAHTOA is an abbreviation so we can remember the formula easily. The given figure, right triangle ABC, where angle B is a right angle, which means it measures 90 degrees. SOHCAHTOA is a formula. So means sine theta equals opposite side over hypotenuse represented by AB over CA. Cosine theta is equal to adjacent side over hypotenuse, and TOA, which means tangent theta, is equal to opposite side over adjacent side. Now, let me introduce to you the lesson angle of depression. Angle of depression denotes the angle from horizontal downward to an object. An observer's line of sight would be below the horizontal. For instance, I have here an illustrated figure. I have here a tree or puno and a girl, batang babae. We can form an angle of depression by the top of the tree, which means it is a horizontal line, and the line of sight, which is the line from the tree to the girl. So the angle of depression is between the horizontal line and the line of sight rather. So that is the angle of depression. To deepen your understanding on angle of depression, let's have this activity. How to illustrate angle of depression from the given picture and scenario. First illustration. Siblings Cassie and Mavi are looking at each other in a family picture. Mavi looks down to his sister Cassie. So, the angle being formed from the eye level of Mavi to Cassie, his line of sight, is an angle of depression. Second illustration, Amari saw her cat on the floor. The angle being formed from the horizontal eye level of Amari to the line of sight, her cat on the floor, is an angle of depression. And last illustration, Park Sujun is planning to help his mother to clean the house. He saw the soft broom at the corner. The angle formed from the horizontal eye level to the line of sight, his soft broom, is an angle of depression. So, we all know now how to identify angle of depression in every situation. Let's start solving problems involving angle of depression. Now, let's apply in word problem the lesson we discussed earlier. Let's read the given problem. Siblings Cassie and Mavi are looking at each other in a family picture. If the angle of depression from Mavi to his younger sister Cassie is 10 degrees and the distance from the top of Cassie's head to Mavi's eyes is 16 centimeters, how far are they from each other? First, let's identify the given. 10 degrees is the angle of depression and 16 centimeters is the distance from Cassie's head to Mavi's eye level. Next, let's identify the unknown. The unknown is the distance between Mavi and Cassie. Since we can form a right triangle from the scenario, we can use SOHCAHTOA. Since the given side is the opposite side of 10 degrees, which is 16 centimeters, and the unknown distance between Mavi and Cassie is the adjacent side of 10 degrees, we will use the formula TOA, which stands for tangent theta equals opposite side divided by adjacent side. Let's have the solution. Tangent theta is equal to O opposite over A adjacent. Let's substitute the values. Tangent 10 degrees equals 16 centimeters over A. Next, let's cross multiply. Tangent 10 degrees times A equals 16 centimeters times 1, since 1 is the denominator of tangent 10 degrees. Next, to retain A on the left side of the equation, we will divide both sides by 10 degrees. So, A is equal to 16 centimeters divided by 10 degrees. Now, get your calculator and press these numbers. 16 divided by 10 degrees. What's the answer? Very good. A is equal to 90.74 centimeters. Therefore, the distance between Mavi and Cassie is 90.74 centimeters. Next question. Amory saw her cat on the floor. If the slope distance from Amory to her cat is 200 centimeters and she is standing 130 centimeters from her cat, what is the value of angle of depression? For problem number 2, let's identify the given. 200 centimeters is the slope distance from Amory to her cat, and 130 centimeters is the horizontal distance from where she stands to the position of her cat. Let's identify the unknown. The unknown in the problem is the angle of depression being formed. Since we can form a right triangle from the horizontal eye level of Amory to her cat, her line of sight, we can apply SOHCAHTOA. Since the given side is the hypotenuse of the right triangle, which is the distance of line of sight and adjacent side of the unknown angle, we will use the formula K, which stands for cosine theta equals adjacent side divided by hypotenuse. Let's have the solution. Cosine theta is equal to A adjacent over H hypotenuse. Let's substitute the values. Cosine theta is equal to 130 centimeters divided by 200 centimeters. Now, get your calculator and press these numbers. 130 divided by 200. What's the answer? Very good. Cosine theta is 0.65. Now, to get the angle, kindly look or find shift or second function in your calculator. Press it. Next, press the cosine and type the number 0.65. Now, what is the answer? Very good. Theta is 49.46 degrees. Therefore, 49.46 degrees is the angle of depression. Let's check if you understand our lesson by answering assessment. Try to answer honestly and finish it on time. For your assessment, we will answer part 1 and 2. I will give you 2 minutes to answer all questions. Are you ready? Let's start our assessment now. Part 1. Identify the given picture and scenario in an example of angle of depression, if the example is an angle of depression or not. Answer yes if it is an example of angle of depression and no if not. First scenario. A boy looking at his flying kite. A boy looking at his flying kite. Number 2. Lighthouse to the boat on the sea. Lighthouse to the boat on the sea. Number 3. A man standing on the top of the tower looking down to the city. A man standing on the top of the tower looking down to the city. Number 4, a girl looking on the top of the tree. A girl looking up rather on the top of the tree. Number 5, crew on the ship looking down to the people floating on the sea. Number 5, crew on the ship looking down to the people floating on the sea. Part 2, problem solving. Park Soo-jun is planning to help his mother clean the house. He saw the soft broom at the corner. If the angle of depression from Park Soo-jun to the soft broom is 70 degrees and the slope distance from Soo-jun to the soft broom is 300 centimeters, how far is Soo-jun from the soft broom? Your 2 minutes starts now. Time's up! Let's check if you got the answers correctly. Here are the answers. Part 1. Number 1, no. Number 2, yes. Number 3, yes. Number 4, no. And number 5, yes. For part 2, here's the solution. We will use ka. Cosine theta is equal to A adjacent over H hypotenuse. Substitute the values. Cosine 70 degrees is equal to A over 300 centimeters. Next, cross multiply. A is equal to cosine 70 degrees times 300 centimeters. Now, get your calculator and type these numbers. Cosine 70 degrees times 300, the result is A equals 102.61 centimeters. Therefore, Park Soo-jun is 102.61 centimeters away from the soft broom. If you got 6 out of 6, congratulations! If not, you can do better next time. Just keep solving math drills and continue learning math lessons. As for your assignment, study your math module, watch DepEd TVBI, and listen to RBI at 98.3 Gold FM and also in our Facebook official page. That ends our lesson. I do hope you had understood the lesson of angle of depression. Watch out for more cool math encounters on air this 2021. I would like to thank my co-host today, Ma'am Carl Marie Joyce Bandoy, and also to our master teacher in mathematics, Sir Edwin B. Amper, and to our principal, Sir Jeffrey C. Villarosa, And kudos to all the editing team and production staff of La Filipina National High School. God bless us all. Once again, I am your teacher broadcaster, Ma'am Lacey, and leaving you this math tagline: if math is hard and so is life, then get over it. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Teacher Lacey, and thank you, viewers and listeners, for tuning in. I hope you have learned something today. Once again, I am your teacher host, Teacher Marie Joyce Bandoy, saying, if math is hard and so is life, then get over it. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.